Verstappen loses out to teammate Pettis. What are you doing driving into me there? Welcome everyone to another F1 22 driver career mode video. Now you guys are wondering, why is my face cam and my audio right now not syncing up? Well, it's because I don't know why, but my OBS system decided not to record my microphone, so the microphone reset for some odd reason. But here we are with P3 in the constructors, P3 in the drivers as well. Solid number of points earned. Of course, winning P1 last time out around Imola, and had a beautiful weekend that really brought the team up the standings. Alpine overtook us in the early stages of the week before McLaren got a couple upgrades in, and then we were back up to P4, so we should have a relatively fast car among the rest of the field. And then our marketing department asked about our rival for this season, and we are given three very strong competitors. We got Lewis Hamilton, George Russell, and then we have Carlos Sainz from Ferrari. All very difficult drivers to compete against, but I think with the current standard of driving, Lewis Hamilton would be the easiest among the bunch, so we decide to use Lewis Hamilton as our rival. So we'll see how that fares over the course of the next couple Grand Prix. Also, one thing that I was missing throughout the whole beginning series, so the restart of the series after our unfortunate corruption of data because of a game update, we forgot to use our perk funds. Perk funds are important, of course, to have a much more efficient driver in the car, so acclaim wise or performance wise, engine wise. So I really wanted to add a perk fund on the engine wear, because the engine wear is getting quite severe, especially with the gearbox. Gearbox is on like 63% wear already, and it's only been 4 Grand Prix weekends, so it's getting a little jaded. So we need the support, all the support we can get on keeping the engine wear low. And overall, that led us to the Pirelli Hot Lap event before the F1 event, which of course we knocked out of the park. Gold for that event, 409 total, when we had to try and beat 415, so we smashed it out of the park. Beautiful result, and that brings us to qualifying. So let's head on in and see where we sit for the race. So qualifying time, of course, we had a good session, good practice session overall. P9 by the end of the session on mediums, because we were running medium tires. The soft tires we did run for a bit, but they overheated a bit, and they also were not ideal to get the optimal lap times in. I had more success with the mediums getting faster lap times, so I was a bit intrigued to see how in the world that was true. So yeah, it seems like the soft tires overheat a lot. We also noticed that on race day it's gonna rain a bit. Interesting conditions over the horizon, so maybe we will be able to extend the life of the tires and see out the rest of the Grand Prix on inters. I don't know if it'll get very wet, but surely it will be a factor that we have to deal with on race day. But qualifying time overall, we were going to rely on our free practice ability, so to say. We gathered data from free practice and we ran the car the best we could for qualifying. And the biggest thing was trying to make sure the tires don't overheat, but also that we stay competitive. The new engine in the car as well, so we noticed that the engine wear was going up, encroaching on 40%, so we needed a new engine, and that's why we moved on to the second column. No engine penalties, of course. We don't need that yet. I'm not going to push our car far back in the grid when we are doing so well. So yeah, ran with a new engine. We were able to make it past Q1, excuse me, and we were able to make it through into Q2. So in Q2, of course, we ran some laps. Always did our first lap on used softs, and then we ended up sitting pretty low on the grid, last place, dead last, and then we put on a fresh set of softs and we put the car in low fuel mode so that we can have a lighter car and really push to the limits. And that brought us up to P5 by the end of Q2, ahead of Lando Norris, which is quite impressive, I must say. We are performing a lot better than Lando, so that is good to see. Hopefully we can replicate that in Q3, and as we go out again for the first lap, the banker lap, always a used set of softs, low fuel mode as well to try and get the most out of that lap. And we were sitting back of the grid, back of the top 10 by the end. Therefore, we were not all too bad, but of course, what matters most is the fresh soft compound tire run, and that brought us up to P5 again, just like in Q2, but a solid starting position, I must say. Third row of the grid with Lando Norris behind us in P8, and also Lewis Hamilton, our rival, beats us. We were unable to beat our rival Lewis Hamilton, but what matters most is the race, so let's head on into race day.
Welcome to the Magic City. We're here at the Miami International Autodrome, the home of the Hard Rock Stadium, a multi-purpose sports and entertainment hub which has hosted Super Bowls, Baseball World Series, numerous rock concerts, and now, for the first time, Formula One, with great opportunities for wheel-to-wheel battles featuring 19 corners, 3.36 miles long, and expected average speeds of 138 miles an hour. The Miami International Autodrome will be sure to create lots of chances to overtake. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. It's Sergio Perez on pole today, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Leclerc, the Vixen, and Sainz, Fernando Alonso, Norris, Ocon, and Valtteri Bottas, Gasly, Tsunoda, Kevin Magnussen and Albon, Russell, Joe, Mick Schumacher and Sebastian Vettel, Latifi and Lance Stroll brings the grid to a close. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track. Anthony Davidson joins me once again in the commentary box, and it's fantastic to have you with us here, but I'm curious, as a man with experience out on the track, how do you stop those pre-race nerves from becoming overwhelming when you're lining up on the grid?
Well, I imagine they'll be starting to feel the adrenaline as they anticipate the rundown into turn 1, a bit like preparing to go into battle. The unknown situation will bring nerves, but that's a good thing. It will keep them focused on the moment and on their surroundings as we build towards the start of the Grand Prix.
Oh, what is wrong with my recording software, man? Why does my mic always refresh? It makes no sense. So far, I've been recording with no microphone audio. So you guys are probably have seen like a dub or me talking over everything, but unbelievable. What is wrong with this OBS software, man? I had this issue last time and then I fixed it, and then now look at this. Unbelievable. Anyway, let's put that aside. Time for the race. Let's see what we can do here. It is time to see if we can convert today's starting position into a solid points finish. So we're gonna go on the mediums and then go on to the softs. Seems like we can do that on lap 19 here, but if we were to edit our strategy, let me see. Think lap 13 we can move on to the hards. So that is also good to see. We will make sure that we make good use of that, but I think I want to go on the softs mainly because of the rainston at the end. So our primary strategy is going to be the medium to softs, 19 laps on the mediums. So let's start this race, set up the car for tire wear and stuff, or tire temps. P5 is also a good starting position for McLaren. I'm excited. Some people on hards. Our tires are in good operating window, 83, 84, 82%. Take that. Let's just park up, get ready to rumble here. We just need a good start and try to get some of these guys. Oh, that was across the line. Dang. All right, I missed the mark there, but that's fine. Let's see if we can have a good launch here. 5 red lights, and we are underway for the Miami Grand Prix. Had a better start than Leclerc, is it? Yep. Collision galore. Verstappen loses out to teammate Perez. What are you doing driving into me there, man? Working on it, mate. Verstappen, you absolute dick. You can fill the rest of that word out yourselves in your mind. Let's see if we can stay competitive with a little bit of damage on the car. I don't know. There's gonna be drag issues for sure. Like, what are you doing, Verstappen? You had so much space on the right and you just bump into me? Are you mad? Oh god. Oh, yellow flag. What's that about? Oh, I think it's just a series of cars going slow. Let's see. Hamilton and Perez getting side by side here into the last corner here. Oh, collision. Guess that's not severe wing damage. Although Verstappen is now in for severe wing damage. Yeah, well, it serves you right, buddy. I am starting to feel a little bit like I'm on ice skates, so that is the side pod damage or the underbody damage coming into play now. I've got nothing to defend against Alonso with. Ah, this drag is unbelievable, man. Also, my rear is just giving out because I don't have downforce from the underbody. Underfloor, maybe. But I think I do get some DRS here. Nice, you get a little DRS help. Gonna go defensive against Leclerc. Nice. Staying ahead of Leclerc here. Surviving. Alright, half the Grand Prix is approximately gone. Alonso and Hamilton are in. Do we beat both of them out of the pits? Let's see. I think Hamilton's going to be difficult. He's just ahead of us. But Alonso's in the thick of it. Darn. Oh, we're doing well here with a damaged car.
Rain is forecast in just over 10 minutes time. Rain in 10 minutes.
Rain in 10 minutes, okay. Maybe I can hold the mediums out until the rain stint here. Let's see. Let us see. I'm gonna keep a close eye on the weather. Oh no, Zhou Guanyu's out of the session. Wonder what happened to him. Teammates in the pits. Alright. Great defensive work here to keep Sainz behind. But wow, Zhou Guanyu is out. But no safety car. Might be an engine failure of some kind, I think. But yeah, one down. 19 left. Teammates in the pits again. What? He just went in, no? He just left the pits. Alright, well, anyway. Rain, rain, rain. When are you gonna come, mate? When are you gonna come? Alright, we got Perez in for mediums. A lot more cars are going in now.
Hamilton's just made a move to first place.
Hamilton's in first. Can I get Perez? Nah, he's ahead of us still. P1 and P2 seem to be secured. Come on, survive, buddy. Survive. Alright, we're supposed to pit, but I'm going to take a risk here, mainly because of the weather situation. Rain is inbound right now, in less than 5 minutes, so that's about 2.5 laps. Let's see if the risk pays off. I really want this risk to pay off, man. Let's see.
There's a new strategy available.
Oh no! I pushed the tires too hard. Puncture. No! Puncture. It's raining. Dang, I screwed it up big time. I screwed it up big time. It's a big risk, but I'm going on inters. I wonder if it is time for inters. It doesn't look like it. Oh god. Screw it. It's a big go big or go home situation here, man.
Perfect job from you and the crew there.
I hope it's wet enough for inters, please. Oh, I screwed it up big time. Weather report.
Light rain will stay with us for at least 20 minutes, maybe more. Light rain is here to stay. Dries definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment.
We totally screwed it, guys. We totally screwed it. The inters are kind of working in this condition, but it's definitely not ideal. Ah, it's an overall bad weekend for us. Dang, the mediums had to go into a puncture. They had to puncture. Ah, this was a bad weekend overall. First off, the collision with Verstappen really screwed us over. Then we had the mediums puncture, and now we moved on to the inters, which aren't ideal at this time. Still doing better than the hards though. So I think inters might be coming soon. So I'm going to try and push and stay as close as I can to a series of cars ahead. Try to get at least a respectable finishing position. Otherwise, let's just end it here. Valtteri Bottas is out. Valtteri Bottas out.
It looks like the problem's terminal. They're retiring the car.
Okay. What does that mean? We gain a single position up to P17 then. Yeah, it's just not intermediates, is it? It's not intermediates conditions.
Yep. Okay, so this light rain is going to be with us for a while now.
Absolute nightmare of a race today. That's it. Back of the grid, P18. Got it so wrong today. Verstappen's crash really screwed us over, and yeah. Just wasn't our day. Let's see what happens if I go into the pits for the finish here. Think we should be able to finish a Grand Prix right here in the pits. Yep, that's a bad finish.
That's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Fermé.
The Mercedes team pulled out a fantastic performance today. They should be proud. So, Anthony, what made the difference out there today?
I really feel the track layout combined with the track temperatures we saw today suited their car. These cars come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature, and the driver did a great job managing that as well. They just look so comfortable out there. It's like anything, it always looks so easy when it all just clicks.
And I can see the drivers starting to approach the podium for the victory celebrations. A real team victory today. Everybody played their part. Congratulations then to Mercedes, your race winners.
Speechless, guys. Let's just get this over with. Hamilton, Perez, and Russell in the top 3. Verstappen, Norris, Stroll, Gasly, Tsunoda, Ocon, and Leclerc in the top 10 points. Albon, Magnussen, Vettel, Latifi, Sainz, Alonso, Schumacher, Heidi Lieberman finish out the Grand Prix, with Bottas and Zhou not finishing the race today. Standings wise, we should be dropping back after we failed to score any points. 30 points away from Sergio Perez today, and as a team we're falling behind Mercedes because of a poor weekend from us. Tactics wise, totally screwed it up, my bad. But it always happens. This game really, I was like, in the back of my mind I was like, this guy is telling me 5 minutes until rain, and then the next time I ask it's like 15 minutes until rain. This prick is really making things difficult for us. And yeah, I think we just missed out because the AI screwed us over a little bit, but on the most part I think it was my fault for not trusting my gut and going on to the softs. It was the rainy conditions where softs were still eligible, and yeah, it wasn't wet enough for the enters. But that was it for today, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe using the red button down below, hit the notification bell as well so you're notified as soon as I upload next. More F1 content will be coming up on the regular, so I really appreciate your subscription to stay in the loop. Thank you guys so much for your support. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. Take care, guys. See you in the next one.